Next, I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. He's a resident of Fairfield, married father of two, was born in Taiwan to parents that had escaped communist China as teens and lived under martial law in Taiwan. Neither had attended college, and both worked as blue-collar laborers. His family moved to Watertown, New York when he was 9 years old. I don't know if you've ever been to Watertown, but that's not exactly Florida. He graduated from Corcoran High School in Syracuse and graduated Cornell University with a BS degree in labor relations and organizational behavior. Upon graduating college, he joined United Technologies corporate training program in Hartford, Connecticut. He was employed for several years in the executive search industry before becoming a realtor. In 2005, he was elected to representative town meeting. 2008, he was elected state representative representing the 134th district. In 2010 and 2012, he was re-elected by nearly 70% of the voting members in his district. In 2014, he was elected to state senator for the 28th district, which includes the towns of Easton, Fairfield, Newtown, Weston, and Westport. He is a ranking member of the Housing and Labor and Public Employees Committees, and a member of the Commerce and Veterans Affairs Committees. Throughout nearly 2 decades, Representative Hwang has lived in the 134th District. He has been dedicated to community service. He is a firm believer that the United States has given him an outstanding opportunity and that he is obliged to give back to his community. I'd like to present Tony Hwang.
Thanks, Roger. You know, happy birthday, America. And I think that's the first and foremost, right? Our great country is 240 years old, but, you know, in the annals of history, it's a relatively young country. But at the same time, for a country that is young, we've had a profound impact and influence in the course of history. And I would say that we were able to do that. And as we heard from these fine young spirit of 1776, that the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence has had an impact on our greatness. When you read the preamble and you read the declaration that all men and women, I added that because in the 1848 Seneca Convention, they added the importance of valuing equality for all, that we are entitled to unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those are very, very powerful words when you put into the context of our greatness in this country. And I would point to 3 critical factors that led to that kind of greatness. I think the first is really recognizing that this country is a country built on immigrants, built on a tapestry of people who seek a better life, who moved to the United States because it offered them an opportunity that, regardless of race, religion, culture, or even orientation, that our country celebrates the individual deeds and contributions. It is an essential part of our greatness, that it is a country built on diversity. It is a country built on welcoming people, to recognizing their unique talents and contributions. That is something we should never, ever forget in these times of uncertainty and potential fear, that we are a country built on diversity and the greatness of the contributions of each individual, regardless of their background. I think the second is that we are a representative government. We don't have a monarchy. We have an accountability, as cited in the Declaration, that government is responsible to the people, and that we, the people, have a responsibility by voting every year, by demanding accountability, that the greatness of this country is not built on a monarchy or a power structure that the few benefits. It is based on the premise that government is accountable to the people. and that the government has an essential role, but it is ultimately the people of the United States that essentially instills its greatness, not government, not any entity that defines it. It really is something that is written into our Declaration, that government has a responsibility to represent the people and accountability. And I think the third and ultimate thing is something that I, as an immigrant, have learned and observed from my parents and from so many other people, is that America is a land of ingenuity. You know, I was just recently at an American Cancer Association, and the moonshot idea of eradicating cancer. It may seem quite impossible, but the idea was that in the 60s, when the Russians and Sputnik went into space, this country made a decision that we were going to make the impossible possible. We were going to put a person on the moon. And by the force of our government, by the force and will of education and our state and communities, we got a person to the moon. Let us remember the ingenuity of what makes America great. Let us celebrate the Declaration of Independence, but most important of all, let's celebrate America. Let's remember what has made us great. So for me, as an individual that has the privilege to be a naturalized citizen, it is a privilege that I hold dear to my heart. It is a privilege that I will aspire to do the best I can for my community, but at the end of the day, I'm just very proud to say that I'm an American. And happy birthday, America. Thank you.